Over the years, bodybuilding has seen many legendary rivals who have pushed each other to new limits. But no rivalry quite compares to that of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lou Ferrigno in the 1970s. In this video, we'll take you on the greatest rivalries and controversies in bodybuilding history, starting from the golden era of the 1970s all the way to the present day. You'll see how these rivalries shaped the sport, divided the fans, and created unforgettable moments on the Olympia stage. By the end, you'll understand why these rivalries are still talked about, respected, and sometimes even debated in the bodybuilding world. One of the greatest rivalries in the history of bodybuilding was between Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lou Ferrigno. It was the battle between the cocky king of bodybuilding and the insecure underdog, and they captured it on film in the cult classic movie Pumping Iron in 1977. The documentary gave their rivalry a new high as it revolved around Feriglo's attempt to beat Arnold Schwarzenegger for the Mr. Olympia title in 1974. While Ferigno was certainly massive, he didn't have the complete package and charisma that the champion did in 1974 and 1975. Ferigno placed second and third in those contests respectively. The battle between upstart Mike Mentzer and iconic Arnold Schwarzenegger lasted only one contest, the 1980 Mr. Olympia, and Menser landed in fourth place behind Schwarzenegger, who had returned to win his seventh and final O title. What elevates their single clash is the fact that it nearly came to blows. In 1979, Menser, a 27-year-old rookie pro, won the heavyweight division of the Mr. Olympia. Frank Zane took the overall. He was a juggernaut. But more importantly, he began propagating his high-intensity training philosophy, heavy duty. He often contrasted his low-volume workouts with the double-split marathons of Schwarzenegger, who had retired from the stage in 1975. Nasi Elsbati was the 1997 runner-up to Dorian Yates, who claimed his sixth and final Sando trophy that year. The Miss Monster was one of the few men who could match Yates' size, and he was the leanest he had ever been up to that point in his career. However, the judges gave the nod to Yates as he was slightly leaner and maintained his composure throughout prejudging and the finals. Even with an injured tricep muscle, Yates was first. Elsbati placed third at the 1998 Olympia, the same year Ronnie Coleman began his 8-year reign. As for Elsbati, he would go on to win the 1999 Arnold Classic. He competed in 9 Olympias and won 6 pro competitions, including the 1995 Night of Champions. Elsbati passed away in 2013 at the age of 47. Dubbed the greatest rivalry of all time, Ronnie Coleman and Jay Cutler put on a serious show for everyone during their run in the bodybuilding world. The duo held down the top 2 spots in Mr. Olympia for an astonishing 5 times. When Cutler entered the scene, Coleman was already a seasoned veteran, having won 2 consecutive Mr. Olympia titles in 1998 and 1999. Cutler made his Mr. Olympia debut in 1999, but finished 14th. The next year, Coleman bagged the 2000 title, but tailing him in second place was the young and fierce Cutler. The following year, Cutler met his idol on stage and competed against him. The iconic 2001 version of Mr. Olympia saw Coleman's winning streak continue. Cutler earlier this year posted a picture of himself and Coleman on stage posing for the 2001 title. On an episode of Cutler Cast, his very own podcast, he talked about the picture and stated that the 2001 competition was when his idol became his rival. Of their 5 top 2 runs, Coleman won 4 of them. He reigned as Mr. Olympia for a staggering 8 years, and who else better to dethrone the king than Jay Cutler? In 2006, Cutler finally managed to beat his rival to claim his throne as Mr. Olympia. Coleman was placed behind him in second place. Cutler recalled this moment in an interview with the Schmo and began by stating that, "He's the greatest ever. I'll go on record. We all sit here and look at bodybuilders and who we admire. This guy was my idol." The rivalry between 7-time Mr. Olympia Phil Heath and 3-time runner-up Kai Greene was almost as fierce personally as it was physically on stage. The two battled for first and second place in 2012, 2013, and one final time in 2014, where the two got into a heated verbal argument at the press conference and almost came to blows on the Orleans Arena stage. When posing on stage, competitors tend to respect each other's personal space. As their repeated tensions escalated to a boiling point, Heath and Greene attempted to crowd one another out, each taking steps to physically overbear the other. Despite Greene's best attempts, he could not shake Phil on the stage or the scorecard. Greene retired from the Olympia in 2014 after an extremely fiery press conference spat with Heath. He made a brief competitive return in 2016 and continually hints at another Olympia, but never bested Heath on the biggest stage in the sport. The 2019 Olympia Classic Physique showdown between Chris Bumstead and Breon Ansley was full of controversy. Breon was the reigning champion, known for his dense muscle maturity, deep conditioning and sharp posing. Chris, on the other hand, brought a more aesthetic, wide-shouldered, small-waisted classic look. When Chris Bumstead defeated Breon and claimed the title, many fans were shocked. Some called it controversial, saying Breon was more complete, while others believed Chris represented the future of classic physique. Chris later explained that the division was evolving. Judges were beginning to reward more classic structure and shape over pure density. He believed he was simply the right athlete to lead this shift. Breon didn't stay quiet. He fired back in interviews and on social media, pointing out Chris's weaknesses and claiming he shouldn't have lost. But Chris remained calm, saying he enjoyed the rivalry and even encouraged it, calling it good for the sport. Their clash wasn't just personal, it was symbolic. It showed the division moving in a new direction, and their rivalry helped define a new era of classic physique. One of the most talked about and controversial rivalries in recent bodybuilding history happened on the 2023 Mr. Olympia stage. Hadi Choopan came in as the reigning champion, shredded, mature, and confident, ready to defend his title. But Derek Lunsford, the rising star, had other plans. When the dust settled and Derek was crowned the new Mr. Olympia, fans were shocked and debates erupted everywhere. Pose by pose, both athletes brought their best. Derek impressed with his small waist, vacuum, and wide back, while Hadie showcased incredible density, muscle maturity, and conditioning. But it wasn't just about physiques. People started questioning the influence of politics, presentation, and language barriers. Many fans and experts felt Hadie was robbed, while others said Derek simply had the better package. This rivalry sparked deep debate in the bodybuilding world, and even today, people argue over who truly deserved that Sandow trophy. It wasn't just a battle of muscle, it was a clash of perception, presence, and controversy. And thank you so much for watching and being part of this journey through the greatest rivalries in bodybuilding history. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share your favorite rivalry in the comments below. And I'll see you all in the next video.